I was wearing whatever they had on the hanger.
You can't go out there looking stink, Chan.
I didn't care.
What are you talking about?
Well,
where you
like Red talking about
The
like
uniform.
he said he'd get to the field early and like cut his socks and make sure everything.
No, they had the stirrups though.
Eventually.
Oh, okay, so at first
Right,
they didn't.
I came in when they didn't have them. You had to cut
Okay,
them.
gotcha.
The sock was this long, you had to cut it.
Yeah.
But I had like 2 of those, the stirrups. Then I had another sock. Then I had my high ankle sock.
The white sock.
Because I didn't like that thick sock in my cleat. So I had to have a whole separate ankle sock. That was 4-pack.
I would wear whatever they put in my locker that game. If they changed my number on a Saturday night, I would have went out there and put that jersey on and went and played.
I was never there with less than 4 hours before the game.
That's crazy. So a 1 o'clock game, you there at 9.
Troy used to pick me up from the hotel at 8 o'clock.
That's crazy.
So the pregame
I used to
meal-
go home and watch. I used to go home and watch.
I used to be the first person at breakfast.
I used to go home and watch NFL Sunday. I used to leave the hotel, go home, watch NFL Sunday.
Big dog.
Fred T.
You good, baby?
So what's up?
That's them steps. Was they free?
Nah.
The
I got
metallics?
these right here.
Yeah, I didn't know if he had the.
Yes, sir.
Those
You know-
definitely hard.
Freddie T wear Asics and like New Balance and stuff like that.
Yeah, we were just talking about that too, talking to Channing about the uniform.
Yeah.
Who the freshman receiver in the room?
As in like football, you drip?
Nah, I'm talking about uniform-wise, because he was Big Stank. They call him Big Stank.
Yeah, cause
I was default player.
yeah. The long socks that start right here.
Yeah, right.
Put in my locker. They could change my number on Saturday night. I wouldn't even know.
Nah, not me. Not me.
You gotta be fresh.
Got to. I say the freshest on the field drip. Like walking out there, I'm gonna put me first for sure.
Okay, 3,
I gotta put Steph out there.
1.
You matching 7, they be coming with it too. I say that's top 4 for sure.
Yeah, Nico just.
Nico playing James. Nico.
Yeah, Nico play like
you.
he's just a football player.
Yeah,
he just
Nico
put gloves on
play.
and socks.
Yeah.
Nico be showing out. That was it.
Nick just coming to play. He ain't worried too much about everything.
Hey, Shannon, the hell with that, bro. I had to make sure I had everything perfect, just as I wanted. Because if I didn't feel right, bro, I just felt like it was going to be a bad game. Now,
Facts.
did it actually do anything to my play? Probably not, but I felt better.
I'm probably like Dion. I set my whole thing. I'm setting it up. I got to make sure everything color coordinated, everything.
Hold up, limitless. Niggas to me, can't pin in it. I fought the head to witness it. Get my people feeling militant. Way I'm feeling, get me up. On the mission, get me up. Knowing me, I got the key. On the vision, I can trust. Limitless. Niggas to me, can't pin in it. I fought the head to witness it. Get my people feeling militant. Way I'm feeling, get me up. On the mission, get me up. Knowing me, I got the key. On the vision, I can trust. Limitless. Niggas to me, can't pin in it. I fought the head to witness it. Get my people feeling militant. Way I'm feeling, get me up.
Well, man, Tank Dell, welcome to the show. It's the pivot, a part of Fanatics. Channing Crowder, Fred Taylor. I'm Ryan Clark. Let's just get this out of the way. Off to a great rookie season in 10 games, 47 catches, over 700 yards, 7 tubs, fracture your leg.
Yeah.
And during the offseason, you're out for a night, inadvertently, you're shot. Just how are you doing now? Not physically, but emotionally and mentally.
I say like, probably when it first happened, I was kind of going through it because it was like, I felt like it was a lot of weight on my shoulders coming back from my injury, finally getting back, like I was back feeling myself, like getting in that groove. Like the whole offseason, I ain't never go home. Like the whole offseason, because I was here for rehab, so I was just making sure everything was right. And then OTA was just coming up, so I'm like, they gave us like 3 days off. We had 3 more days till we had the report, so I'm like, I'm gonna pull up to my mom and them, go see them and stuff, just chill. I did that, went out there one night, and that happened. So after that, I'm like, bruh, I just felt like stuff kept happening back to back to back. I'm like, I couldn't shake it. So mentally, I was kind of messed up mentally, but then I just felt like I was the only person that was gonna pull myself out of it. Like, it don't matter. Like, of course, it helps when other people come up and tell you like, we got you and you're gonna be good. But I felt like with me, it was more like, I gotta pull myself out of this mindset. Like, I gotta go work now. Like, I know the whole world. I felt like the whole world was watching me at one point. And people, I don't know what people's opinion was, but you know, everybody entitled to their own opinion. But I kept getting tagged on like social media and people saying like, I'm this and I'm that, not even knowing what the situation was. I was just trying to chill, have a good time. It was females there. I'm trying to have a good time chilling. So I was just battling with all that. But then after a couple weeks, I'm like, man, I just put it on my back. I'm like, I'm good. I'm gonna be good. Just went right back to work.
Was that like that learning thing? Because now you good, God bless. You good now. Was that situation a learning thing for you?
Definitely wake up call, just like knowing your surroundings, being around the right group, not even necessarily being around the right group, but like just knowing when it's time to go and when it's time to stay and stuff like that. So it was a wake up call, like make you not even want to go out no more for real. Like you just want to be chilling. If it ain't about football, family, like you just want to go be home, chill. I feel like that's better for me right now. That's all I've been doing.
But it's different now, though. Where you at? You a young dude. You just got out. You just got in the league. Your name, Tank Dell, means more than it meant a little while ago.
Yeah, kind of, sort of. And then, you want to go back home. You never want people to feel like you really, like, changed on them. So you go back home and then you hang with, like, your old friends. Not even old friends, but you hang with your friends that you had since y'all was kids. Because, most of the time where we from, like, they grew up, they was playing football too. You were just the one that God blessed and you made it happen. So I just never wanted to feel like, oh, I got here and then like I don't come home and when I do come home, I don't want to see them. So I was just chilling with my guys like I used to do all the time.
The friends don't have to change unless the friends hinder you from being everything you want to be.
Yep.
Sometimes the activities have to change or the location has to change. The people around you who are in those areas have to change. But you don't have to change your boys if your boys still love you, if you still love them. And I think that's what people start to think about when you're saying, all right, I don't want to change up on them. I don't want to forget where I came from. Well, part of making it and part of the success is being able to change, right?
Yeah.
And being able to show not only yourself, but those individuals something different. So never feel like you got to go back into the same spots with the same people. Bring those same people to you.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I think those things that, we go through, like they say, we grow through.
Yeah.
And those moments are priceless. But I want to commend your support system. I read some stuff, your mom, your family, everybody just rallied around you to make sure you were uplifted after experiencing that adversity, even CJ.
Yeah,
so we all learn from things and we'll eventually move forward. But for a while, I was thinking like, damn, Daytona Beach, Mainland. I know Vince, my homie from back in the day. I'm like, it's just two of y'all. But then I did a deeper dive. I didn't even know Denzel Washington went to Mainland for a while.
Yeah, I learned that while I was there. I didn't know it before. Like when I first got there, my freshman year, I didn't know at all. Like my sophomore year, towards that time, like it was my receiver coach. He was like, Denzel in here, yada. I'm like, Denzel who? Like, what you talking about? And he told me about that. We got a couple guys like Leonard Williams. Yep. He's still in the league. He went to Mainland. Yep. Y'all probably don't know him, Jacapa Light. He was only in the league for like 1 year. Something happened with him. T.T. Tolliver. Yep. It was a couple cats that was in the league that did good. So.
Boy, you missed out on a lot. Back in the day, Daytona Beach Spring Week.
Bro, you know where all the parties at.
You was going to the free meet.
he was definitely there.
Yeah, I know.
He would have been.
He from Georgia.
I'm from Atlanta.
I know he was there.
He'd have been right.
I do have a question. Your name is Nathaniel Jasper Dell Jr. How did you get the nickname Tank?
Man.
That's like a big person nickname, and you're a little dude.
Yeah, man, I had a big head. That's what it was. My mama said I had a tank head when I was younger. So she started calling me that, like, I'm talking about probably when I was only like 1 year old or something like that. She started calling me that. Then my whole family picked up on it. Then my friends came around. They started hearing like, Tank, come here, Tank, come here. And then they picked up on it. Then after that, this my name now. Like, I'm about to change it legally. So, yeah. Nathaniel, I hate it.
What?
I hate it. What you mean? Do I look like a Nathaniel?
Hey, Nathaniel, man, we about to slide.
Yeah, like, come on, nah. Hey, I look right past you. I keep walking.
Somebody walk up to you to the club. Hey, what's up, man? Hey, I'm RC. Man, Nathaniel.
You want to go get a coffee?
Exactly. You see, they joking right now.
How does your old girl feel about that, though? If you want to change the name she gave
man,
you.
I don't care how she feel about that. Nah, I already told her. She just be laughing at it. Cause she know, like, even when I was younger, I never was called anything like. Teachers, like, first day of school, they raise your hand, what's your name? You gotta say your name? Tank. I ain't saying anything at all. So she always knew that I ain't really, like, never liked it for real, so.
Right.
It was cool.
Okay, so watching you guys at practice, I see you played like a number one until you were injured last year. I know you and CJ have such great chemistry. Nico balls out toward the end of the season. He gets paid in the offseason. You bring in Stephon Diggs, who's always been a number one.
Yep.
Got Joe Mixon at running back, and that's before we even get to Dalton Schultz. There's weapons all around offensively. And CJ was asked, all right, like, how you gonna make sure everybody gets the football enough?
Get open.
And he said, I'm gonna throw it to the open dude.
Yeah, he is.
Do you guys ever have conversations about, though, that, like, what if there isn't enough footballs to go around? What do you do then?
To be honest, you gotta play like with an unselfish mindset. Like, you can't be selfish at all. But at the same time, like, we play receiver. So it's hard to, like running backs like Fred T, they touching the ball. Like, Joe Mixon ain't gonna have to worry about nothing. He gonna touch the ball. He gonna get his touches. So at receiver, you just gotta be ready when your ops come. You gotta be ready. You gotta stay ready. And you still gotta be like me and Steph, I feel like I be telling him, like, we one and the same. Like, I feel like I gotta touch the ball. He say the same thing. That's why people, like, kind of call him, oh, he's a diva, man. He's somebody who just wanna be great, I feel like. And Nico the same way. So basically, like, when your ops come, you better take advantage of them and just get open. Like Seven said, man, Seven gonna spread the ball out. Like, back in college, he played with, like, what, three, four?
Garrett, Chris.
You feel me?
J-Mo,
He played with a lot of receivers on one team, and everybody was eating. Everybody was getting open. So that's the main thing. Get open. I feel like Coach Slowett, he gonna call the plays for everybody. Like, we already had conversations. Like, he gonna make sure, like, he got a set of plays for this guy, set of plays for this guy. And when he ready to call him, he just gonna call him out, and everybody gotta be ready when they number called.
But on the other side of that too, like when they go out and get Steph, because when we went to going, now you the number one. Now you get in the top corner. You getting, you know what I'm saying, the safety always leaning your way. Now Steph come in where you might look around and have a duck over there on you.
That's another thing though. I feel like everybody gotta have their one-on-ones. Like, I don't feel like especially like we're in 11 personnel, you can't sit there and say, oh, I'm a double Nico, I'm a double Steph, I'm a double Tank. Somebody gonna get open. It's gonna be hard, especially when Joe Mix coming out the backfield. You got Dalton Schultz, he coming how he coming. So I just feel like you can't double nobody, but you gotta play honest. If you don't, CJ gonna move on. Next person, here you go. That's how it's gonna be all year.
You and CJ ain't gotta. No.
Oh, I be talking. I be telling Steph, like, hey, man, I got him right here. I'm telling you.
They definitely got something. I had to watch some film on him. Every time you turn on the TV or get a notification on your phone, it seems the Texans always making some moves. Like Nick Caserio, Coach DeMeco.
They own it.
I just told him out there, I said, I love y'all roster, but I can't say that too loud because of Jaguars division. But every single time you look up, the acquisitions are amazing.
Yep.
The expectations last year weren't as great as they probably will be this year because you had a first-year head coach, a rookie quarterback. You know, you were a rookie, you guys came in. But with that, the building, the amount of talent in there, is the expectation level, like, multiplied to the top?
I feel like with that, we know we got a target on our back. Because what we did last year, we was the underdogs. We went in every game, everybody expecting us like, oh, the Texans ain't gonna do this, Texans ain't gonna do that. And then we started like catching the eyes of everybody, and now it was like, what the Texans finna do this week, yada, yada. And now we know it's like, everybody like ready to see us out there, like in a real game, ready to see what the Texans gonna do. So I feel like with DeMeco and Nick bringing people in, like that eased the pressure off like me, Nico, Seven, like, the pressure ain't really on nobody's shoulders no more because we got a lot of dogs who can go out there and take over a game, I feel like. So that's what it is.
So is the approach the same, or is there a certain sense of urgency? Like, can you see the difference between last year?
I feel like with DeMeco, the approach is the same. We always had a sense of urgency. Last year, when people was counting us out, we was thinking about the Super Bowl. People, like, going to the playoffs, people think like, oh, we went to the playoffs. It was been a couple years, but our whole mindset in the building was like, we trying to win every playoff game. We trying to go to the Super Bowl. So that was the mindset last year, and of course it's the mindset this year, and we got more pieces. So I feel like that's everybody's mindset, man. If you playing out here just to have fun and to play a couple games and go home at the end, like, we trying to win it all. So
Tank, you got one of those college highlight films that's like Tavon Austin. Right, like for real. Like Tavon just retired, and everybody was bringing out the fact
Shout
that
out
he had
Tay.
the best highlight film that people have seen. The high school one's better than the college.
Yeah, his
one.
high school go crazy.
Right,
Dunbar.
right. When you
He
watch
would
you
go
at
crazy.
Houston, I think you led in what yards and touchdowns in your last year, and so people see the 3rd round draft pick, all of these things, and like, man, this guy's been a dude. But that really wasn't what it was like for you at Mainland. You was on JV for a little bit.
Yeah.
You even went to Last Chance U.
Yep.
Right, you made a decision to leave Alabama A&M and do that. Talk a little bit about what made you believe that that was the right decision and that it could propel you to be in a place like this, because that's a difficult thing to decide.
Yeah, I feel like no risk, no reward, and I always bet on myself. So even coming out of high school, like everybody used to be like, oh, he too small, yada, yada, this, that. Even my high school coaches, some of them was like, he too small to play varsity. Went on to play varsity, be one of the number 1 receivers on varsity. He too small to go to college. Like I had one of my coaches tell me like, this was coming out of high school, he was like, you wanna go JUCO? And I was like, JUCO? Like that was never my mindset. He was like, you wanna go JUCO? And my whole mindset since growing up, like I wanna go play D1 at the highest level in front of all the fans and I wanna show out. And when he came and said that to me, that kinda like put like a bad taste in my mouth, like he didn't believe in me type, so. And it was crazy because I wound up going JUCO. but like just coming out of high school, people always had a chip on both my shoulders because I already knew everybody doubted me, too small, not fast, yada, yada. And then, went to Alabama A&M, and when I got there, probably my first day there, I told them, brother, I won't be here for long. I told them, I swear, I was like, we was in study hall, because we had summer class, we was in summer study hall, and I remember we all just chilling in there, and I was like, man, I ain't gonna be here for long. And they was like, what you mean? I'm like, y'all, let's see in a little bit. And then, and I love the coaching staff. It was just like my mindset, like I wanted to go play at the biggest level. So I went through that little process, and I only played like three games at Alabama A&M. But them 3 games I played in, I was going crazy. So I redshirted. I ended up like tweaking something. So I just sat out the rest of the year because I already knew I was on the red shirt. So I redshirted. And then I hit up one of my quarterbacks in high school because he went to Indy before I was there. Mm-hmm. He was there, and I'm like, yo, how it is over there? And he was like, man, you need to come. I feel like you can come here and make it out of here. So I was like, after he told me that, like, I was just like processing it. I was telling my mom, and I'm telling her about it. Because my mom, my number 1 supporter, like, she support me through anything. So I'm telling her about it, and she's like, keep God first, go with your move, and like, pray on it. Pray about it, and if this is what you want to do, go do it. And she told me, she was like, if you're going to do it, though, put your all into it. So I just woke up. They didn't even know I was leaving. I really went. I did them bad. Like, I'm sorry for what I did to them, but I ain't even tell nobody. I just woke up. I went back like after the little winter break. I went back in January. I woke up one day. I'm like, nah, I'm finna leave. I was dating this girl at the time, and I called her mom, and she came and picked me up. Her mom came and picked me up from Alabama and drove me back to Florida. And then the next day, I was on a flight to Kansas. I stepped off the plane. I was like, I think I messed up doing this shit. I swear, I stepped out of the plane. I tell my mom, I said, I think I made the wrong decision. But, bro, I'm talking about it was nothing out there. But I get there, and then, my whole mindset there was like every day, like, go. Every day, work hard. Like, no matter what you're doing, go hard. So I just went there, I'm working out. Like, they had a little sand pit there. I was in the sand pit every day, like, even if it was by myself. I'm in the weight room, like it was, I think his name's Steve McCullum. He was one of our strength coaches. We in the weight room throughout the night. It's like 10 o'clock at night. We in the weight room, we just trying to get at it. And that was just my mindset the whole time through that. And I wound up having a great year. And then I got 3 offers. I got one from USF, which they took my offer. I got one from USF. I got one from Central Michigan. And then I got Houston. And Houston came at the back end.
How about when, because like you're saying, you seem like you never had anybody to really trust in you and believe in you.
Yep.
How was it when Coach Carrier, who is not much bigger than you might be bigger than him, right, sits across from you and says, like, you my guy, like, you my number 1. Tua Tagovailoa just talked about having a coach in Mike McDaniel who's empowered him and who thought he could be great. What was it like to have somebody sit across from you and tell you they think that you could be great?
Yeah, that was a special moment for me because it was like, he came, like he actually flew, like all the other coaches, they would just hit me up through like social media at first, got my number, and then they hit me up on like text messages, but he actually the first coach to like fly out there, he look at the practice, And after the practice, we had like a long meeting, like probably 2+ hours. We sat in the head coach, Coach Harris' office. And we like, when I first saw him, I'm like, I really knew like, oh yeah, this the coach for me. Like he's not big at all. He's just like me. And he was a speedster. He was a guy just like me when he was back at UH. So we had that little meeting. We sat in the office. And he could tell like how hungry I was because I literally looked him in the eye the whole time. I did not like, I was trying to show him like this how serious I am about it. So he's sitting across and he's just asking me about my life story and stuff like that, how I came up. And then I'm just looking him in the eye and then like he told you, he was like, yeah, you my one, like this who I want right here. And when he told me that, like, man, I got excited, man. I'm like, I'm finna commit right now, but I ain't even going to visit. I ain't even going to visit. I'm like, I'm about to commit right now, but you know, I wound up taking a visit, and when I took my visit, I was like, I tried to finesse like the system. So I took my visit to Houston, flew back to Kansas, and when I did come to Houston, man, I fell in love with it. I fell in love. We had turkey leg hut. They really was showing out. Like they took me everywhere. I'm talking about they took me everywhere. Turkey leg hut. Then it was like a college house party, and you know, I went A&M. I didn't really go out when I was at A&M. So at this point, I never was like out. They took me to a college house party out here. I was like, I'm coming. I'm coming here for sure.
That sounds like something Chan say.
Yeah. They took, I'm like, yeah, I got to come here. I got experience. Then I fell in love with like the head coach, Coach Danner, and all the coaching staff. Like they was all like, I just felt the love between us. And then I tried to finesse it. Like I was saying, like I told them I was gonna fly back to fly back to Kansas. And then I was gonna go on a visit to USF because at the end, now they started trying to hop back on my trail. I was gonna take a visit to USF and then drive home from that visit just to drive home down the street. So the carrier was like, nah, we gonna fly you home. You good, don't take the visit.
But Houston.
So I just committed right there.
Kansas is a long way from Houston, but within each one of those pivots, you know, from JUCO, at Bama A&M, or Bama, JUCO, and then the Texas, Houston, did you ever see yourself being on the Biletnikoff Award semifinalist list?
Like, I always put a lot of work in, but like the work I put in heading into my last year before I left, because I still had 1 year left at Houston, but I just left a little early. But the work that I was putting in before I left, like I'm talking about 200 catches every day. Like I'm on the field, like I got trainer Delphonte Diamond, I don't know if y'all know him, but I was with him literally every day. We'll have workouts with the school, be with our trainers, we working out with the team. I leave, go to another workout with him. And I was literally doing it every day, like consistent. And I'm like, I was really like, I want it all this year. And then once I felt like I honestly got like, I understand like the school and the level of competition, yada, yada, but man, I felt like I deserved it, like, because it wasn't only 1 year. And it wasn't like, when we did play the teams, like I went for Cincinnati, went to the championship, I went for like $150 on them. I played Auburn, I went for $150 on them. I feel like when the time presented itself and I had to go play them teams, like it don't matter who was in front of me, I was gonna do what I do. I was gonna do what I do best. So I felt like I got kind of finessed a little bit out of them.
Who ended up winning that year? I don't even recall who was on the list.
I think Jalen Hyatt. Was it Jalen Hyatt? I think he won it.
He did. Tennessee,
yeah,
okay.
He won it.
But with all them people doubting you from, like you said, even your damn high school coach telling you that BS, and then through Alabama A&M, Independence and all, when did you know? And you had to have doubted yourself with everybody telling. Even, I ain't gonna lie, going third round.
Yeah.
Like, shit, I was All-American, and I went third round, and I'm even looking like, damn, y'all done told me I'm better than these motherfuckers, and they getting drafted over me.
Yeah. Man, I wouldn't say doubt, a little concern. It probably was I never doubted, like, what I can do on the field. I was just doubting the ones who was doubting me, like, y'all really feel like this about me? Like, y'all want me to come out here, I'm showing y'all every day, like, every Saturday when we was playing, every Saturday when I strap it up, I'm showing y'all this what I do. I do this every game, like, and it was like, man, every game I was doing what I had to do. Mm-hmm. And people were still like, this, that, and the third, like, he's still too small. I'm like, what else? I'm like, I can't control the uncontrollables, bro. Like, what else y'all want me to do? But it probably was a little doubt, but I always knew that I'd be in the NFL, though. I didn't know how I was gonna get here. I didn't know how I was gonna shake out. Even if I had to go undrafted, I was gonna work my way up to where I wanted to be. So I always knew, I always had that, like, vision of me being in the NFL. I just didn't know, like, the roads I was gonna have to take to get here, what I was gonna have to do, but I always had that.
Your mom tried to put you in baseball when you were little, but she said that, like, you always loved football.
Yeah, I probably played baseball like one day.
Yeah, I went on your IG. You got 26 pictures. 21 of them are football.
Yeah.
21 of your 26 posts are football. What is it about this game you love so much?
Man, I feel like to this day, bro, it's a little kid game, man. It's fun. I feel like just, like, for the fans and, like, for everybody, like, I feel like when I walk into the stadium, I feel like I'm the man in the arena. Like, I feel like all eyes on me. It don't matter. CJ Stroud, he just, like, CJ, you know how he is with the, everybody, like, he's doing what he got to do. That's my brother. So I know he feel the same. And I feel like when I walk on the field, this is just, like, all eyes on me, like, and I want to give the fans the worth I want to give them the money worth for sure. And I just got to put on a show. Like, I like when I make touchdowns or make a play, like, I like hearing the crowd go crazy. My coaches supporting me, my brother supporting me, my family back home, coming back to my phone to 1,000 messages. I like that feeling. Like, it give me, like, an adrenaline. So that's what it is with me.
Do you like anything else, though? Because
no, the other five pictures are jewelry. I looked at it, too. You do the math. I saw the man with the jewelry on, so I know you like jewelry. I can answer that question.
Yeah, like, what else is it that in life, man, that excites you? What else do you do?
Well, first off, God, for sure. That's, like, my number one priority, and I'm still leaning on my faith and, like, trying to get closer with God. So that excites me. Like, I go to church every Tuesday. No exaggeration, or, like, it's been camp, so I've been trying to, like, go, but I go for, like, most every Tuesday. I be on the game. I be chilling. I don't really do too much. I be on the game now, chilling. I like me and CJ and all the guys, we go eat, we go do stuff like that for fun, but, you know, jewelry. I like some jewelry, I ain't figure. You know, when you was young, like, you used to see, like, you used to watch all the rappers and stuff with all the jewelry. I'm like, man, one day I'm gonna make enough money to get me some.
Yeah.
And I made enough money and I got me some, so that's what it is, though,
Yeah,
man.
I'm gonna just talk about my little baby.
Yeah, look at him.
Hey, man, you already know I've been rocking throwbacks this whole trip. I got the Fanatics hoodie joint on right now. Klarna wants to elevate your entire shopping experience. You can break up your payments into 4 smaller payments and still get everything you want.
Bro, and you already hit him with the Dion. I know you had some fire jerseys. If you see something, I gotta have that right now. I wanna wear it on Monday. Let me get it through Klarna. I can set up my payment method and I can pay for it later, pay for it in payments. Klarna's gonna watch out for you. I gotta have it, you can get it now.
RC, up to 4 payments, buy now, pay later. You got to download the app right now. It helps you keep track of your purchases. You can manage everything, but you got to get the app. Go get it now.
Yo, gotta check out using Klarna at MLSstore.com. Right now, you get 20% off your next purchase using the code PIVOT at checkout. Klarna and Pivot, we got y'all. California resident loans made or arranged pursuant to a California financing law license.
The last time I heard that statement, I feel like it was the guy saying he feel like he's better than Patrick Mahomes, the flag football guy.
Man, I saw that.
So what you feel like?
Fuck no,
You
man.
feel like you're telling the truth?
Is the flag football person telling the
Yeah.
truth? Hell nah. Better than Pat?
But he said what he mentioned about the IQ, and he said Pat has a better IQ, he's more accurate, this and that. But when it comes to flag, see, so
What's the difference?
The thumbnail, see, but the thumbnail was tricky. It was kind of one of those sketch things.
Freddie T, the thumbnail is not tricky.
He said,
dummy.
I'm better than Pat
Bro,
at flag football.
if you can go out there and play tackle football with grown men lining up and make plays that Pat be making, you think you can go on the field with nobody blitzing you and dot people up?
Yeah, I think his whole thing was that Pat was, he's not as elusive.
Nah, I really been saying on Twitter,
He's so
like the flag football players been like mad because like, I guess like NFL players want to play, I think it's like an Olympic game,
Yeah.
7-on-7.
Yeah.
I mean, not 7-on-7.
Flag.
Was it flag?
It's flag.
Flag football, 7-on-7, whatever it is. And I saw some like, some flag football players like, they don't deserve to play, like yada yada. And
I think that the NFL, at the Pro Bowl, they had the Pro Bowl games,
Yeah.
they should get the national flag team
To come play
against
in.
the Pro Bowlers.
Yeah.
And just let them compete. And then they can settle that then.
No, that is not true. It's the same way that you shouldn't have hoopers go compete with street ball players, because one of them is setting their family up for generations, and the other one is trying to, and you know how them folks
so
go
they
act.
don't care.
They don't care. They don't care about their body.
They gonna go crazy.
Nah.
Man.
Man,
trying to make every play.
You do not do that. You know, like what you talking about, like the process of your life. We were talking to D-Hop about doing a show with us. And D-Hop was like, I want to do it with another receiver. And he picked you. He said, I want to do a show with Tank. He's like, I want to be an older vet, rookie in the vet sort of thing. Do you guys have any sort of relationship?
Yeah, I met D-Hop a couple times. Met him when he came out here. You know, we both be busy with football. He got his own situations going, and I be out here just doing my own thing. So, but when he always out here. So when I do see him, you know, it's always love. We always dap it up, we chop it up, we be talking, laughing together and stuff like that. So it's cool. I first got onto him. Everybody been to D-Hop, of course, but like he first gave me a shout out, and this like went a long way for me, cause it's like, man, this D-Hop, bro, and you used to watch him when you was younger. So he gave me a shout out like after one of my games, and he was like, I was gonna be special, and I read him, like I sent straight on my mom. I'm like, look at this, like look at this, like that made me happy, bro. But he a great vet, man, and you know, I feel like anytime I need to like hit him up on any situation, off the field, on the field, I can hit him up and he'll for sure respond and give me some insight on what I need.
It's crazy because you and CJ came in the same time.
Yeah.
Call him 7, like that connection. And then we had CJ on the show a year and a half ago. It was a long time.
Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah, and he got like, we watched the film, but then you be around him and be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see.
People think he's just like, cause of course, not even, and he don't do this like, he don't just like, when y'all see him talk about God, he don't do that like just cause when camera's on or nothing. Like, we be having long conversations about like our faith and stuff like that. Like, we'll be in LA chilling in a hot tub, just chilling. And we'll have a long conversation like, damn near forget we in a hot tub, we burning up. Like, we'll be having long conversations about like his faith and our faith and stuff like that. So, but people think that like, they take that for weakness, I feel like. Wow. CJ got you feel me? Like, yeah, like he talk, and he ain't only gonna talk it, like he gonna walk it and he gonna show you. So people will see. I mean, he only been one. He was a rookie last year, and people ain't get to see enough. I feel like, but as years come and time go by, people gonna understand and realize like he got that dog in him.
And but y'all's connection though, coming in same year, what y'all did last year. Yeah. Like I said, you jumped on the screen. Somebody had you in fantasy and whooped my ass that week 2 or 3. When the first week you went crazy, I was like, that was the Jags. But no, and I was like, damn. Like I honestly was like, damn, who the hell is Tank Dell?
Yeah.
But y'all's connection with him, like, does that connection off the field really matter to what y'all do on the field, or is it just, man, if you had a dog ass quarterback, I'm gonna go crazy. I
feel like if you got a dog receiver and a dog quarterback, the connection gonna be there regardless. But I feel like it helps like off the field because y'all really like it's deeper than football at that point. Like I done been around his mom. His mom cooked for us. Like been at his crib 1,000 times, and just our relationship off the field, it really carries on to the field. But I got a crazy story. Like when we first got here. Like CJ first day, cause when I got drafted, I was already in Houston, so I ain't have to go nowhere. But CJ got drafted, and he flew in like a day later or the same day, and I met up with him. He was like, "Let's meet up, yada yada," and we met up with each other, and we saw Jalen Petrie, and we already knew like how the organization was before we got here, and we was telling JP like, "Bro, we finna change it around, like, guaranteed." Like we was telling JP like he could vouch, like we tell him like, man, we finna change the whole organization around. Like, we gonna have the city on our back. We got trusted. We got y'all, like, we finna do it. Not only us, like, all the rookie class, like Will Anderson, he came in and he made his presence known. We had Xavier Hutchinson, been making plays, hella plays. The whole rookie class, man, we all had this one mindset, like, we wanna go in here and, like, not only, like, help at practice and be a leader, like, even though we rookies, you know, we really can't speak too much, but show them, like, physically, like, on the field, like, we practicing hard every day. That's gonna be a step to getting everybody where we wanna go, and just like communication, like we always had meetings every night and we telling each other, like every night, cause you know, we got a rookie bonus meeting and rookie development. So every development meeting, we tell them like, man, we gonna go far. Like if we stick together and we just keep going hard, we gonna go far. And then Jay Petrie, like he had one of his goals, he was like Will Anderson energy. So we knew like we was going somewhere to like Will bring the best energy ever. Like every day he coming out going hard. So with that, like, bro, we already had it in our head, like, we gonna change the organization around, for sure. So.
And y'all did. Yeah. So now it's the Houston Texans don't get to sneak up on people.
Yeah.
Right? When y'all walk into the stadium, I know you saying that CJ only did it 1 year. Oh, they know. People see it. This is, like, truly, you talk about the conversation you had with Jalen Petrie. The analysts and the pundits were saying this was the worst place to be for a young rookie quarterback. They had two coaches who had just been let go after a year. Everything seemed in flux. Got a rookie head coach that's the defensive guy. You draft CJ, he becomes what he is. Will Anderson, you, a star. You were playing as well as Puka Nacua, Jordan Addison, who are two people that everybody speaks about from the rookie class. What now, though? What are the conversations and how are they different now than they were last year? Last year, the conversation is we're going to change this organization. That's done. What's the conversation today?
I feel like now, like last year was, let's prove everybody wrong. And now this year, it's like, let's prove everybody right. Like last year, everybody was, oh, y'all can't do this, y'all not gonna do this, y'all don't have enough talent. Like, people ain't, like before this year, like people ain't think DeMeco Ryans was a star. DeMeco Ryans came on the scene, now everybody know, like, he's the #1 receiver. And that's just the conversations. Like, now it's like, all right, everybody like, we know what y'all got. We know y'all can be this good. You got this guy, yada, yada. So it's like, all right, let's prove them right. Like, since they think we could be this good, let's show them we could be this good. So I feel like them the conversations now, like, every day we harping on Super Bowl, like, not only just to get to the Super Bowl, but win the Super Bowl. And that's just our mindset. And y'all felt the heat, like, to go out there and practice, in this weather, man. And every day you coming out, giving it your all, like, y'all sharing blood, sweat, and tears with each other, bro. I feel like it's gonna go a long way.
You can go around the league from team to team and look at the roster. You say, all right, he's a #1, he's a dog. He's a #2, he's all right. But here, you was a #1. Nico's a #1, he went crazy in the playoffs. Steph is a dog, a #1. What does that mean for opposing defenses when y'all pull up?
Trouble. I feel like, man, yeah, like I said before, like, gotta play honest. Anybody could be the #1 when they touch the ball.
Pick your poison.
Yeah, like Xavier Hutchinson, like coming off the sideline, he could step in and be a #1. I feel like we got John Mechie. Like, Mechie just had a great game, last week. Man, we got some dogs in the receiver room, bro. I feel like we could go a long way. It's just we can't be, like, it's okay to be frustrated, like, when things ain't going your way, but you gotta go about it. You know, you gotta deal with it how you deal with it, but don't go about it wrong. And I feel like if everybody's supporting each other, man, it's gonna go far. Like, you happy for your brother? Like, I be feeling like if your brother getting blessed, it's blessings in the neighborhood. So, man, you can't be mad if he make a play. He make a play, go be excited, because it could come your way next drive. So that's my mindset. Like, I just be like, I'm supporting everybody.
And I'm smiling when you said that. You know when else you said that? When your homeboys got college scholarships and you didn't.
Yeah.
What was the lesson you took from that? Because to say that exact same thing when you didn't get the offers you wanted, and now to be able to say that as someone who was becoming a star before injury, that if my boys are getting what they deserve, there's blessings in the neighborhoods. How do you use what you've gone through to be the person you are now?
I just, like, back then I was saying something similar. I probably said the same thing, I don't know, but I'm a supporter, bro. I support my people to the max, especially if they support me. And back then, like, my brothers who was getting them offers, like, we was putting in that work together. Like, we was on the field together, we was grinding, not even being at the high school. Like, we was at Derbyshire Park, where I'm from, like, we was grinding. So I was always happy for the next person. And that's how I go about things. I feel like if you bitter and you just hating on somebody, you're gonna be like that your whole life. Like, it ain't gonna change no matter how happy you is, or no matter what come your way. The moment it don't come your way, you're gonna be bitter and it's not gonna go your way, so.
Do you still feel like an underdog?
Yeah.
Because you talk like an underdog, but you a monster.
No, I keep that on my shoulders. I for sure feel like an underdog.
Why? You could play.
Because it's different. It's always a task at hand, so of course, during the season, when I started like catching that foul, I was like, I'm here, what's up? Where y'all at? But now I got hurt and it shook me right back. Like, God got a weird way of humbling people. And I wouldn't say I was humble because I'm always humble and I'm always like what's next type, but I started I'm catching it, I'm catching this thing. I'm starting to feel myself, and I was always still working hard and never late to nothing. I'm working hard, but God just set me down, and I feel like, man, He gonna bless you, man. It's like you can't have a testimony without a test. So I guess that was my test right there, and I'm just waiting for the next chapter. I know, people doubting me coming back. Is he gonna be the same? This, that, and the third. Oh, he's not healthy, yada, yada. And then I'm trying to show him, I'm better than what I was. And then after the other situation with the shooting and all that, all this happening to him, is he gonna be the same? I'm like, man, I'm here. I'm here. I ain't going nowhere, so that's my mindset.
You've gone through, I love it. I know you're gonna go get it. And this is my favorite part. What's your biggest pivot throughout all of this in your entire life? What's been your biggest pivot or pivots? That moment that you can look back on and say, without this happening, I wouldn't be who I am.
I'd say going JUCO. Going JUCO for sure, because it was doubts. Now, it was doubts, do I really want to do this? Because my whole dream was to go to college for free education, get to play football on the next level. And then going JUCO is a risk. It could be a risk and a reward. So it's I don't know how I should take it. Because I'm already small. They doubted me a year ago. Why would they change if I go JUCO and do the same thing I was doing in high school? I was balling in high school. If I go JUCO and ball in JUCO, if nobody want me, then it's back to square one. So it was a risk and a reward. And it was tough to live there, bro. I'm talking about the dorm rooms was nasty. People was nasty. And this is a crazy story, too. JB had us doing up-downs in the snow my first day. Everybody was quitting. Everybody was quitting. I'm talking about, I guess that's how he cut the roster down. First day, everybody doing up-downs. But, just looking back at it, man, if I knew for sure, if I wouldn't have went through that whole year, that was a tough year. I was broke, too. I ain't have no money. I'm living in JUCO, and I was living off my girlfriend at the time. Hey, can you order me some pizza here? Can you send me money to go ride with these boys to go get some groceries or get something for my room type. So now just looking back at it, it's man, I made it. I feel like if I make it out of that, this situation that happened with my leg, man, this is a piece of cake. All I got to do is work. I'm used to it. I'm used to being at the bottom and going to get it, so.
I love it.
This is the time to wrap, man. Thank you for your time. It's especially difficult during training camp, so we really appreciate you.
Yep.
Against my Pittsburgh Steelers, unfortunately, y'all didn't play a long time.
Mm-hmm.
CJ finds you. Just seems like exactly what we saw last year. How good did it feel to run into the end zone again after all you've been through?
Man, that felt great. It was 200-some days since I caught a ball from CJ in the game, man. That felt great, bro. That's just a testimony to the work I was putting in. I feel like from December 3rd to that day, I feel like it all paid off, but that was just the preseason, though. It matters, but it don't matter. So it's a lot to come for sure for the season, but that felt good, man.
Man, congrats, man. Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time, too, dog.
Appreciate you.
Hey,
Yes,
being a smaller guy with as much as you love the game, what are some of the receivers you used to watch, though, to try to, steal stuff? Because I have a training facility, so I follow your trainer. So I've seen you on there a ton of times. What are some of, the smaller, do you watch the smaller guys quicker?
Of course. I be watching, but they ain't even small, but Calvin Ridley, that's one of my brothers before. When he was a rookie, he used to come to Alabama A&M and work out.
Okay.
Because he had one of his scrim coaches who went to Bama. Yeah. He was one of our scrim coaches at A&M.
Okay.
So I used to watch Red, and when I saw him work out, and I'm from Florida too, so the cuts that I be making, I was been making these cuts. When Red out there, I'm talking about running 15-yard dig routes without losing no steps.
Yeah.
I'm oh yeah, he one of the ones.
Okay.
He's definitely crazy.
Of course, Tyreek.
Yeah.
Tyreek, but I feel like that's a special,
That they get up.
He got something you can't coach.
Right.
Jay Jefferson, he one of my big ones though, bro. I watch him from his release game to like mid route, how he finessing mid route to the catch point, and what he doing after the catch. I watch him for sure.
Yeah.
Chad, I love Chad.
Ocho.
Chad Ocho, that's my guy. I love Chad.
He kind of started it in the league.
Feet.
Sliding folks at the line
So
of
feet don't
scrimmage.
eat. Yeah, for sure. I used to watch. It's funny. I used to watch like the little workout video with Chad. It was Chad,
AB.
Santana.
Moss,
Yeah.
all them boys. I used to
Yeah.
watch that video like
Dre.
every other day.
Dre
Dre was
came
there.
through here.
You watch that every other day. Like they at the park working. I'm like, man, I gotta
them
get
boys
here. I gotta get there.
Yeah.
They work
I used to
out.
watch
That
all
make
them
you
boys.
grind.
Even what you said right here, you said even though you know it don't count, shit always count.
Count.
It always count. Like they evaluate every
Everything.
little step, so it don't count in the stat sheet,
but
it count.
Yeah, for
You know
sure.
what I'm saying?
What up, dog? How you doing, man? I see how you making plays. What up? Yes, sir. What up, dog? What's happening, man? My little brothers. Man.
You straight, man?
We got a good day, too.
Yeah.
We got a good day.
It's gonna heat up now.
What up, my boy? What's happening? Feeling good, man. You think?
You smelling good, bro? What you got on,
I
man?
showered, man. I just took a little
Trying
shower.
to play? He got on all black.
No, hell no.
All black, man.
I hope it don't get no hotter, dog.
Yeah, it's gonna get hot.
Bro, it be.
Oh, it's about to get hot.
Yeah, you might come up
Sun
out
not
there, you
even
gonna be in your beater soon.
Now, you know I don't wear this. You know I wear this every day. It's just gonna be hot as hell. I ain't trying to sweat and be nasty, man. What? There he is. It's on the beach finest. Man, how you doing, man?
Boy, good with you. Most popular.
Yes, sir, man.
You ain't never wear those though. You heard me?
know what time it
You ain't never wear nothing like those though.
That's big time.
He get down and gritty, man.
He a dog.
trying to put these on.
I was trying to get.
I look good. I play good.
I already know, man.
Wait.
I'm gonna catch
I will see you later, man. Have a good one, boy. Hey, they know, right? Shit, hey.
What's good, man?
What up, little brother?
Not much.
How you doing? How your body feeling? I mean, you still play like you play. I ain't worried about that part. All right, good. I don't mean to interrupt. Just want to say what's up, man. Thank y'all for having us out there, brother. Doing very well, man. Doing an excellent job, bro. Good to see you, bro. Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
Man, listen. I don't know if y'all two can get together, but
How you doing, brother?
you good, right?
Hey, man.
Yeah,
great.
man. This is cool, bro.
Great job.
Yeah, we're excited, man. Appreciate you, brother. Yes, sir.
Man, I love the roster.
That's
I
big.
can't love it like I want to because I want to root for you like that because of the Jaguars being in the
2 weeks,
division.
Freddie T.
I know.
2 weeks.
Hey,
2-5.
Yeah, nah, I didn't.
What up, brother? How you doing? Yes, sir. You got 3 dudes that could be a 1 any day.
You out here for the show today?
Yeah, we're gonna sit with Tank afterwards.
Okay, Tank good kid, man.
He is a good kid, man.
I like him a lot.
He's a good player.
Hold up, limitless. Niggas to me, got pinning it. I fought the head to witness it. Got my people feeling militant. Way I'm feeling got me up. On the mission got me up. Knowing me, I got the key. On the vision I can trust. Trust, limitless. Niggas to me, got pinning it. I fought the head to witness it. Got my people feeling militant. Way I'm feeling got me up.